try this. Did I do what? 20?
Did I say?
I want to 15, but I ran with the card.
Up and running.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
the honors for the apostles and elders that have bestowed in the whole world. And shalom to the brides and highways and byways pushing this word now since faith and truth. Sisters, the believers, the health, shalom. Gmskingstonjamaica, Jamaica, once more. You know, one more Saturday. You know, as you can see, the time's actually getting near, as the scripture says, the day of the Lord is at hand. And as somebody can grab Romans 13. So, yeah, I time to wake up out of sleep. And also yesterday, Peter, right? Because according to Romans, brother, very Peter, because the time we're in right now, we have our Prime Minister, most honorable, Jamaica Prime Minister, most honorable and dualness, re-elected, you know, as according to them. Jamaica cleaner now because whole country in the shower. So, right after the election, announcing measures, you know. And really and truly, me personally feel like this plan, you know, because how them say they have a personal control, say this come and say the country now under dictatorship. And even me and the brother Yashaya, the first Saturday when I come back out, when I discussed, say, yo, I'll get re-elected because guess what? He have the image. He already have the things them in place. He have the politician persona. With Dr. Peter Phillips, he would have to revise and redo too much thing where would have already caused a hiccup in the plan. They need this to go forward.
And they already have the meeting them. You know, for the show back one next. Somebody all of the plans and all of the agenda. Because you know, it's just continuing the process.
Right. Because even the technological development of Jamaica already meet with the people of China already, he meet with the Israeli government already, he meet with Bill Gates already. Basically, he's the forerunner for this for implementation and everything in Jamaica, right?
And that's the thing. This is why we the precept, Romans, this is why we say all of that actually to show this. You know?
This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
So the scripture says, now it's high time to awake out of sleep. But as well say, yo, all of this is a means to an end. Right? Because right after him get re-elected, he start mentioning this stricter measure, all of a sudden we're in the new phase where we can't contact face anymore and all of that. But when them there campaign, they never remember that.
Right.
When the voting there go on, they never remember that. Right. When them there celebrate, they never remember that. But the very next day, you know, when all of the election and all of the party and everything done, it's back to business. Right? But one thing them ensure so what? No measures, they mention what? Surveillance.
Yep.
They mention self-quarantine, stricter curfews, and them say new measures. So if the people when they experience the first set of curfew and say, oh, yeah, it is bad, but it ain't that bad, the key word there is new, because them say it's a new phase. You know, and it's a more extreme phase. Them say it's a steep increase, meaning that it will go up drastically. Therefore, the new measures have to be drastic.
And the new measures basically, we see them in other countries. Strict lockdown. 101 notice, you can't leave your house.
And if you realize, you know, prior to even the situation reached so far, they make a statement when you say every Jamaican are going to get COVID-19. And see them now, them reach the point where they reach a community spread, where it is safe for you to assume everybody have it. So right now, and that statement in itself, that are the statement we are going to lead to know say everybody have to go get the vaccine.
for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Exactly. And he said, now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Now look at this. Another point I'm going to prove it. JMMB and NCB now have some new accounts to them called easy accounts, where they need as low as $100 Jamaican to open my bank account. Because I'm going to say, oh, the bank account and transaction, transferring of funds digitally, that help to cut out the social distancing, to cut out the contact,
Social distancing.
improve social distancing, it cut out the middleman, it cut out lines, it cut out social interactions on a major level. So them say the new push now is to everybody get a bank account. Now everybody think that this is a response towards the virus. Really and truly, it's only a response towards the system to actually get everybody digitally connected. Because with the vaccine also, it tell you have a digital certificate. So they might try to get everybody hooked up to the digital grid. Therefore, them can have the phases. Even with the surveillance, they have Jamaica Animals look with certain surveillance system. We can track this and we can have a better records of the numbers and rare. But on a COVID patient alone, them are COVID, them are tracked with the information. And that alone, they can use with surveillance. They have many other aspects of life with surveillance and digital crime as well. Misinformation, get from people that bring out false news and all type of things. So it has shown that look, all of this is to do to ease our plan, because all of the money that come from the UN. The UN, the World Health Organization, all them big companies there, and Bill Gates being the forerunner, all of the implementations are based upon that. So hence we know that what our salvation is nearer than we believe, because we see how close the chip is actually. Basically, I can say the chip is here. Right? Awesome.
Crazy. You have some kind. You're the one that will tell him.
Daddy finished? You
want to finish?
No?
I don't. What the one that will tell him?
Going to Peter now.
This is coming.
True. You want it?
Yeah, man.
Alright, this is 2 Peter 3 verse start at 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in our holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of our Shai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Exactly, because guess what? It says, hasten the day of the Lord. Right, because all these things shall be dissolved. How we know all these things are going to get dissolved? Give me the judgment for the RFID chip,
Revelation 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Want to go about that line by line here?
Alright, so Revelation 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship...
It says, any man. So it is a general statement. There's in the whole Revelation 13 on it as well, isn't it? This is right? What?
If any man worship the beast and his image...
So who is the beast? And what is the image? Right? Who is the beast and what is the image? Modern day Israel, ultimately, the United NATO. Right? Because all these things, as we say, are tied with many organizations such as NATO, the United Nations, World Health Organization, all them things, and really and truly, it ultimately represent Esau power structure. Because him are the great red dragon. Right? So all this are show that, look, him have an image. When you look up the word image, it also go back to even system, or a certain level of conduct. Right? What is the new system where Esau trying to bring in? The new world order where you get what? It trap everybody using the RFID chip, everybody submit to him. Right? And if you look at the word worship there in that precept,
Bring it on.
Alright. It say, meaning to twist like a dog or lick his master's hand, to crouch, food that is literal, to say, oneself in homage.
My Greek word?
Prostineo.
So it's going on the fact that you have to pay homage. It can show somebody to pay homage, and also like a dog licking his master's hand. Now look at it. They believe that when all these, based on the article with the Ghanaian president or prime
Wasn't
minister.
him. Wasn't him.
Wasn't him?
No.
Oh, it's lucky about that. But the article, something come
So
out.
right was.
So that was bring out some information, and the information is spot on based on what was brought up. It's spot on because we see the cases come, and believe me, when say, oh, look here, them have well, according to what the person they are read or bring out, it did say, oh, them are scare people into taking the vaccine. If that not work, them are release a virus, we have a 30% or more mortality rate. So at the end of the day, people are going to beg for this vaccine, especially when them say they can't feed them children or them not get, hey, no mask, no entry. That is a spell, that is an incantation, yo. Right? Because guess what? It's a barrier. It's not a physical barrier, but it's a barrier because as soon as I go somewhere and have the mask, you can't go in.
Yeah, you have to turn back. If a supermarket you go and you go for food, you have to turn back.
If a park,
You go get something to cover. Yeah?
A park, yeah,
The
go.
park, wherever you go in, once them say no mask, no entry, that you know that's a barrier right there.
It's a way for subtly make you get used to the whole restriction thing. No mask, no entry. You gotta have times to come. You gotta have other things. They say, oh, if you don't have a chip, you can't conduct business.
If you don't have the vaccine, if you don't have the vaccine. So if you can't, this article with supermarkets affect all aspects of life, especially when it comes on to making bread, so to speak. In regard to actually having a job. Because guess what I will say, it's a high level of witchcraft, it's a high level deception because for one we know that even if there's a virus, it is not as whatever make it seem.
Right.
However, until they release the one where have the 30% or more mortality rate.
The one they real.
Yeah, until they release the real one, you know, which knowing he saw that madman, he will and he shall.
I'm planning to depopulate the earth.
Exactly. So until then, but for now, based on the measures, we can see the high level of witchcraft. So it will get so stringent and so strict where people are going to say, look here, deal with this because it's our only solution. They must see it as a problem, and whatever measures they put in place, they must see it as a solution. So they must beg for it.
Because the current moves is in it, mask wearing, so-called social distancing and hand sanitizing, that can't stop from getting a real virus. Isn't it a fuck it?
Yeah, because it's a temporary act right now because the mask is not doing. This is not,
The mask is not doing
yeah,
it.
it's like a temporary thing, you see me? Anyways, I'm gonna say is you don't know basically them have this in place till them come up with so-called come up with a vaccine. And once the vaccine comes into being against so-called, you know what I mean? Basically you have to get with the thing. A lot of people we you know now. And I like back then when they say vaccine, everybody willingly accept it. You know what I mean? People are watching them right now and I say, yo, look here, we're not in a vaccine. You have people now,
Yeah,
you know?
people, I see them.
What's
like
up?
that. But look, now some people are saying that no, you know.
But until the attack come,
But yeah, exactly. Until them life really, you have some people serious about it, you know. But I'm pressed, even now you have people that say, look here, might as well take it on because why find people have a dead? Even we can take the vaccine, you have people that we actually speak like that. You know?
yeah,
but
precept
quick
because, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm precept.
Oh,
So
But
this
just
is,
hold that, yeah?
yeah, man.
this is 2 Corinthians 2. You have the precept? Meata?
You like advice.
Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his
Yeah,
devices.
you just zoom in on the word Satan. You see me the word Satan, you mean what adversary or accuser. You know, speak right there about the accuser of our brethren. We're going to accuse for reject them vaccine. I must say, you see, they're them Monday and make the thing a spread. They're them a part of the problem.
Accused, we are going to be
You're
demonized.
going to be accused, demonized. That's the job for Satan, which is the so-called white man. Hey, and the minions, because you have our people. The Brogad them and the Crofton them.
A regular nigga.
Yeah, the regular niggas, you know, them are part of the whole agenda. They believe in it. They believe in the system.
The scripture says we shall be hated by all men.
Amen.
Because remember when we did the sovereign in Portmore, you see me? And everybody have on their mask and thing, and I have my mask on my face, but my nose not get covered, you see me? Because I need to breathe. And two persons upon me and say, yo, you now wear your mask on. I say, yo, you can't breathe them. And I say, but that's another correct way to put on your mask. But I say, it don't make no sense. And they look for me and say, yo, people like you are the issues. You see me? People like you are the problem. So there me get labeled out as one of the main perpetrators of this thing.
But I'm not like, you are one of the problems with them agenda where I get pushed.
Can't true.
Hey, can I say this real quick? Because the brother mentioned something earlier about even the election and the whole hypocrisy basically get placed with that. You know what I mean? I think I say, they must say, for this election, it was a 37% turnout. You see me? And even Andrew only said that it is a concern to himself because don't let them ignorant to the whole facts of people, see them in. Because the Bible also states that basically, the Maga Egypt, basically Egypt, August.
Turn everywhere?
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
you can get it 19, I say 19 or something like that. You see me? And right now, every action of the system really are because this entire setup is Babylon and Egypt overall, isn't it? And everything where I get done, people are see it clearly and say, you look here, this don't make no sense because you are take the country on a serious journey, but you still have to do a mediocre thing within the journey. So you don't care, you really don't care. Because everybody can see that the whole election was a move to say, you look here, put back in power because I have the chance right now to get back in power with ease.
Yep.
Without even giving a damn about if it was so serious, giving a damn about the population.
Right, because they might allow people with them claims to get infected to come
come
out
out
and
vote.
vote.
Oh my, yeah, that one didn't get me. Here, I'm gonna tell you, brother.
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. The Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every word thereof,
Right. Sorry, go on.
as a drunken man staggereth in his own vomit.
Right, and people look in, and that's why Andrew only say him understand. So even though them win by a majority or whatever, him realize that a lot of people never take part in the election, and that's a concern. So for him agenda is to try to get those people on board. Them not come on board. What come is actually sedition. Because people are waiting for them to make moves. You know what I mean? People literally wait for them to make moves because them city journey will not take them fun. It's a big agenda and it's opening, it's out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's the media right now flooded with information consistently. That look here, this is a big hoax. You know what I mean? This is a pandemic. You know?
Yep.
So and people don't know, enough of people them don't know the people them will get infected. You know what I mean?
Isaiah 25 and 7, and it says, he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
And I go up to them these deception, for the most part. But people wake up to even find out say the so-called white man are the devil, and you have a new world order plan to depopulate the earth. And even come on Jake even bring out even the Tuskegee experiment. And they must say, yo, remember say them do that in Haitian time, so we'll start them from do it now. And the reason say, yo, fuck them vaccine for true. Would common people here say 12 vaccine now.
Yep.
People that never know say that actually.
Then look on the people, the 4 people that were there protesting Africa.
Yeah.
It is a start. And that
Hey,
thing.
but the thing is, under the first mistake, something like that, you know, the CDA downtown and Child Development Agency, and you have them one of them push vaccine. And you have a Rasta man and his wife and him couple youth them turn up out there and protest, you know, so you know, say anti-vaccine. So you have a little thing where they are good, you know, it's spirit out there, spirit and it's just a build up. It's building up.
Hey, even among these stars, isn't it? Because you learn truly, even recently, them a lack of people in Africa to know wear masks, see? But US, you see them both have birthday party, them have them for a video with them, nobody know what they are wear masks. Then it so-called come out say, you see them both have COVID-19, so I can lock up them and everybody will be a party down masks.
It go even worse than
And
that
the
because
politician
a
man.
week or a couple of days before that, you see in the paper where them lock up a family where fly down to guard the
Yeah, for the berries.
right? And them lock them up. But Ryan Sterling come down and the next one Leon Bailey fly down. And they are the party. And nothing happen to them.
Quarantine others, man.
You know what I mean? Them never stay in.
Even a politician did that too.
You know what I mean? But nothing happen to people that see all of them something here, yo. And realize yo, the government not just you and them really up to something.
Yeah, they never see it. Whosoever see it at that time, it was so obvious after when the celebration of the election.
Right.
It was so out there, you know, people gyrating on each other and all of that. Andrew is himself out there.
I wind up himself.
I wind up himself. Yeah, man, for a chop top.
What do you need to say for the day, brother?
So, you know,
We have a politician who jump off and pick it up just to go wind one female in a league like
and you see, that's hypocrisy, you know, what I talk about, you know. Right after that, you know, you decide to say, you want to lock down the country, you want
You come from TV and
hey,
serious now.
you have to go lock up everybody.
Lock up himself
You have to go lock
first.
up all yourself. You know what I
Man
mean?
himself first.
Yeah.
By example.
Fucking crosses.
Or
Hey, brother,
at least give the people them the story say you're going to do a test.
Yeah.
And come back negative.
At least.
No, but him breach the quarantine act, under the quarantine act, then the curfew. You see
No,
me?
them did extend the curfew.
No, them
At 9 o'clock it stop. 9 o'clock. Me call on time the night and it's at 9 o'clock. You see me? You see me? Curfew. Yeah, man. A hypocrite, brother. You see me? Me know.
No, after hours, brother.
After hours, brother. Let me see if them come in. But me never know say big nose out there.
It's
That
Isaiah
came out
60.
that eat, brother.
Isaiah 61. Arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Exactly, and this is what right now, you know. The light is being shined through these scriptures, the Lord is shining the light. You know? And basically
And the light actually shine on Easter Madness as well. Yeah, because it's
everyone with their part of the agenda.
yeah, because you don't say Easter now, big nose apart. I mean, that nigga apartheid. You see me? Me not lie, he piss me off to do that. You see me? Right? Because remember, they lock up people in the brother. One of them working them right now, he man have a mask and pocket, you know. And then, yeah, tell me say that nigga out there, so, you know, after curfew was, I celebrate.
Exactly.
And then I can lock down country next week.
They must say, according to them,
Yeah,
enough
hypocrite,
of the
brother.
road, enough of the on the road, they're supposed to do something productive.
Yeah, that law they into, right?
And think about it, I work the man I go, and the next thing when you would piss me off, woman,
Walk past them.
walk past
Make them go.
and she just make her go.
I appreciate you, bro.
So if all that, and even to the precept of the brother just read this a part of the darkness, yo. This are the gross darkness that cover the earth right at this moment in time. This are the veil we are getting through. Say, look here, there's a worldwide pandemic, and the whole entire world are trying to find a way to combat it, and we have the whole entire world have to do the same measures and everything to make sure say everybody's safe. So it now become COVID is not a country problem. You see me? It's not a nationalist problem. It's a global or international problem. Therefore, it requires an international solution.
That's why they call it a pandemic. The word pan go back to basically global. All lands. Yeah.
Precept. This is Isaiah 9 verse 16. For the leaders of these people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this is hunger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Exactly, and that tying back to what Revelation, where it says, if any man worship the beast and his image.
You didn't go
Yeah, I will go back because I have an idea. That's how it ties into all of them things that we're talking about where Esau try to put in place. It will go towards what? The image of the beast. Right? So continue that.
Revelation 14.
Yeah.
Revelation 14 and verse 9 again. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Exactly. So he said, so we know what the image is. Now we are going towards the mark. It is what? In his forehead or in his right hand. Now where's them do? You go with the mask, them look on your face, you put your hand, them spray your hand for the arm, for the arm, for the arm.
You know, see, I have to move the mask now when you're going out anywhere, right?
Yeah, man, I have to move the mask in front of the camera. If I go bank, to go in, I have to take off the mask and then put it back on. Then you can
So,
Just like when you go vote.
But the thing is,
Oh, you know, so see on TV.
so that's how them started. You know, the mask, then the spray, then that's where you know. They have the thermometer them,
temperature check.
temperature check, forehead
And
or on. For at first a forehead alone them used to be, you know. Now, them want you push your hand and then them spray.
Yeah.
Right? Me see when I brother them overseas and put up a video where people have to use them, you know, them push them hand and push them head to make
Very much
entry.
scam.
The new,
no, which one is it?
The new norm. No man, I about start the post it to man
Because
overseas.
one out here already, I can't explain it.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't explain. You never see the last
Yeah, me
video.
see advertisement.
You see
Yeah.
the last video I put up.
No.
can't have full body cleansing. Right?
Yeah, but yes, exactly. But when you look on the front of it, you see where them have the right hand, the symbol, and then you have the forehead image. You see me? When you have to go through that.
And it's a right hand.
Yeah, man, the right hand.
Because-
Based on what you see, once you know the right hand, once you see how the image
Yeah,
stay,
majority of people use right hand. That's
Yeah.
why John the Revelator side.
Yep.
Majority of people use them right hand.
and even when you look on even institution or even when you pay homage, most
Yeah,
of the
put
things
your
right
right hand
there,
over
right
your
hand
chest
you
or
use, you make a
something.
pledge. You know what I mean? Your right hand you use when you are swearing.
Yeah, when I
You
was
see
at
me?
school, them say what, when I say the national pledge, they say put your right hand over your left breast.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's basically when you look up the word right hand in a revelation, it means honor or authority. So
The dominant
basically,
hand.
yeah,
Just give your power over to
over
someone.
to somebody else. You know what I mean? Which is the system, which is so-called white man Isa.
And even with the forehead, you give over your mind, you submit your mind, you submit your thoughts.
Ah, cause guess what? Them have what for that?
Right.
Yeah, cause when you brother them, all of our brothers, you know the camp and overseas, the videos on Elon Musk New Orleans. You know, I show you how, you know, them have chip ready for be planted in your brain, man. You see me? So when you say
Elon Musk just the forerunner of it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
from 2013, them information I get bring up from Neuralink.
Yeah, because now Elon Musk are trying to get it to be FDA approved. So if you start wearing a humans now.
Hey, what John C still in know, brother? John C, you know, like, him only could explain it in time. You know what I mean? You know, in time, the words when him using for them time. Because when break down, when John break down, you know, John break down even this the brain chip when him see. Cause even when you look up the forehead, the Greek word is metapan, which means behind. Zane said that I got when the chip behind the skull. Under the you see me, so behind the skull or under the skull. You see me? John see everything and he might explain it. Especially when he go down in the word mark, he might explain it to the T when him see. You see me? I say, so if your man say yo, the chip under the mark of the beast.
Gross darkness.
And
Gross darkness,
even the word mark as well, where you know that back then, so they used to identify slaves. You know, when you use the word over there, you use the identifier. You know? So all these things, that's why even when they go to the word mark, it's what? Charagma. Right? It basically mean what? A stamp. Printed mark.
Just to add, you see when you break down these words, karma, character, and grapho, you see me? When you really go through them, we then get implemented is you gotta look on them back way, because you have to gather the grapho first before everything, man. True. Right now, people don't even know that the grapho get gathered by all of these social media platforms, man, because of digital identity I get made from everybody with up on the face of the earth. You see me?
Continue.
And there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Yeah, so because you have some people dumb enough to say, yo, all don't really matter them, but just then we say, yo, look here, so now use technology, now do this, now that. We know where the line is.
Gross darkness that.
We know exactly where the line is.
Because even though you still have people, let me carry the precept, brother. You see me? But even though you have people who still needs, then still people will be, yo, people who are working at the company, RGD. At least you should have the basic understanding of what things are about. You see what I say? And Yo, me see with them. You see me?
So much.
Yeah, me see with them. You see me? Because really and truly, brother, if we see what we are see, it's a blessing that the most I do that.
Hey,
We could be like them, because we once like them, nasty shit. You see me? So, for our eyes open, and we see certain things, brother, man, that's what we have to give thanks, man.
Yeah, that's where the precepts of the light has come. We come on to us. You see me? And we get the light. The rest of them actually the darkness cover them. That's why they want to take the vaccine and take the chip and get destroyed. But the like, that's why the most I make Esau sloppy. Because Chipper say what? How is his work searched out. Right? So the most I expose him, say leg can't see and say, yeah, you see me? This way are the foul. So we have a step back lads when we are part of the elect. And you gotta be even the lot now, you see me, will basically go to do the sedition. Because the elect won't be a part of the sedition, but most of everybody I basically play them specific role in a movie.
Precept on that, just watch and wait. You know?
You know, there is a precept.
Well, that the finish?
No, you say one line by line, so I mean.
Okay, precept. This is Romans 11 verse 7. Then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right.
According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Until this day. So when you look on it.
There it is.
So yeah, because if when you really sure say the whole idea with the pandemic are bullshit. And people still can't see. Yeah, but you sleep.
Hey, a good point that you point out when brother was mentioning about even RGB, isn't it? Because here, this company is basically set to basically bringing this new system, and the people that are working on it don't understand what them are do or know what them are do. So when they say to people outside, them say, yo, no man, me a family work in another company here. They won't do that. You see me? You know, most of the people that work are just puppets and have an idea.
The man will create the RFID chip. Him come out and tell so them created him never know nothing about that. You see me afterwards.
Did they have build out?
Yeah. And he saw we show that in a movie.
Yeah,
then.
the scientists
You see
them
me
build something
scientists
for
them dumb and fool them no fuck.
No, they build something upon it.
Then
Yeah,
we get
exactly.
deceived.
They build things, actually, even sometimes they build it
A good cause.
so yeah, a good cause. But Esau, being the devil that it is, it's the same thing like a gun. You can use it to protect, and you can use it for destroy.
When I say it,
As I
weaponize
said,
everything.
as I said that, you know what the man, the youth that said to me, I work at the head office at the RG. He must say to me, say, yo, if me build, him say, if me think, you know him say, needs to be a good thing for RG. You know what I mean? Knowing how slow the system is, and, you know, things just backward, you know, in the company, things slow, people can get them things done on time and all that. If needs never have a if there wasn't an ulterior motive,
Sinister plan behind
and
it.
if there wasn't a sinister plan behind it, yes, it would have make things more convenient.
Even cashless society.
Exactly.
Paperless society.
It would work.
It would work, it would have good.
Convenient, you know. If they never have the ulterior fucked up motive.
Yes, yeah, brother.
Brother,
So
you
did
never go in and taxi it and now the money and say, oh my.
I just a card out.
Just swipe the card.
Yeah, true. True. But that's just the sinister plan, you know what I mean, with them have behind it. I just Esau.
That is the problem.
You see me?
Esau is the only virus on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And it will be removed after 1,000 years of punishment.
Because who don't want to make certain things more convenient and easier? You know, who don't want to have a secure
The functionality, yo.
function, you know, things are function properly and all of that. Who don't want that seamlessly? Who don't want that?
I have a precept for me, brother.
That's how them push them agenda through the guise of convenience.
That's the thing, you know. Them highlight when them push the when them try to chop you, them show you the benefits.
Right.
And the benefits them are actual benefits. However, them not tell you what them actually plan to do with it. And that's the thing, you know.
So they're worse than them pharmaceutical commercial.
Why? You know, them tell you the benefits, but even and they can do these things. But guess what? Them now gonna tell you, say, look here, even though you can do them things already, this guy use it for now. They're gonna use it for this.
Me have it, man. Me hold it all on. Daniel chapter 8 verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Right?
Because that piece when I bring forth, imagine you have a grandparent and they catch a stroke and they go to the hospital and they're able to bring up the information. They know what medication they're allergic to, who their doctor were. We can get the information just like that.
Hey, it's a show, you know, ad. Cause, brother, how long now we have preached about the mark of the beast? How long? Remember we used to have an advertisement when them show you, it's a gear scenario when somebody without the chip going to the hospital.
We can get
Right, and that was year 2017.
Year when?
Year 2017.
I think before that.
No, I said year 2017 and said it was that supposed to be the time.
Okay. So the ad
Come over years before.
was years before. I'm sure you, they when you don't have a chip or you get denied healthcare, versus the person who have the chip, everything good with them. That was what you referred to, right?
Did I finish?
Quick precept.
Yeah, basically finished there, but we just finish it
Yeah.
first up. And by peace shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Exactly, because guess what? With all of this structure, ultimately, you know him have a problem, and that is the most side. And you have a shot. Because at the end of the day, man, conspire to kill him and the Lord, which are successful in killing some of us. So, yeah, he have the power there. But guess what? Now we can go against our side, and now we can go against the most side. So that time only issue. You know? What?
Again?
Yeah, this
This is Isaiah 32 verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Even when the needy speaketh right.
So churl go back to rude. We don't look at the word churl. It means rude or what do you call it? Unnurtured or something like that. Basically I just, you know, when you have high class society, you have a downtown man.
I think you go back to Neve. Neve.
Like rude speech?
No, something like that, but like it's basically somebody without
class.
Without class,
Yeah, man. I said rude, go up to that. He said don't be rude in speech, but that's what I really mean. Saying that, it wasn't eloquent.
right.
I'm just going to quick right? Yes. As I saw in 54, and verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Yeah, because one plan, we plan to actually get rid of our people, or the Israelites. That's why them say, what set of people have to basically get the vaccine first after basically when call it frontline workers, right? The Israelites, so-called niggers need for American sponsor Latinos, because these are agenda.
And when it just come out and say it start a war in China, and all of us, so the black people are the one who suspect to COVID.
And people forget, so you have a secret council. And I mean, you have the Illuminati. People know this, but whenever you try, what the sense of a secret council are some illuminated ones? What them purpose? Because we see videos out there exposing these people to a certain extent and share the sinister mind frame them have. You know what I mean? But yet still, when you hear major laws or major events basically take place, these same people are behind the movement.
But people forget about these.
Yeah, exactly. People must say they must the same secret organization or bring forth whatever them plan towards you. So if they have a secret organization and them work, there must be some form of secret or secret basically behind the movement that them exist for. Them exist for. You see me? So what could be the secret behind vaccination? What could be the secret behind COVID? What could be the secret behind the new agenda them have with Vision 2020. 21, right. You see me?
Agenda 21.
2030.
Vision 2020.
Vision 2030 and Agenda 21.
Right. Now that. Right. What could be the secret behind this? Because you have to look for the secret. Them man are the devil. Them say one thing and mean something different. And if you don't believe that, just look on track records.
Precept for back here. Well, on there, just one.
Got it finished?
Go the perfect. It's a quick one. It's Proverbs 12 verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. Right, so it show who are the perfect.
Yeah, and sure, Esau seduced them because him actually come with him in smooth words. And go on right there.
Yeah. This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right. Look on when them conquer America. The brother just read it in Daniel. The so-called man never changed. When I read Daniel, and I read about the Grecians them, and it says so-called white man are using policy to preach peace and I bring evil.
Even with the Hellenization period, what I'm saying is that they might bring a more civilized way of living to the world, you know. And the same thing with even
one government, one world order.
Yeah, the same thing with even Rome. Because Rome was a conqueror of the then known world, and basically everybody they follow the laws of Rome. Hey, we watch a cartoon one time, you know what I'm saying? Right? So look here, Rome is not a place. Rome is an idea. I'm gonna forget it. One cartoon where one man usually him a dead and his wife a reincarnate and him avenge his wife from how long, and I realize every time she reincarnate she come back with a very spiritual cartoon.
Babylon is also a place, but it's also an idea. Confusion, isn't it? Same thing, the same agenda where so no matter which name and put to it or which idea and put to it, basically. And I mean, the whole purpose is to deceive and destroy. Because you have to remember, this whole thing come from who? Jacob and Esau. And I mean, the whole story is based on that. And if you don't get that small part of the story, you miss everything. Can I say, what? Can you remember everything have a motive? What is the so-called white man motive? Because the motive is not just I just want to kill some people. You see me? The motive is basically for the blessing from beginning. He want to be the ruler of the earth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He want to have everything in a firm possession with forever last. Because he have it right now, but he want to have it forever because he knows that the rightful rulers are next in line and with time very close. You know what I mean? So in order for him keep, because the white man not try, the white man make money. You see me? The people you have in your hand, he make it, he print it. You see me? Say if I just wealth him one, he could have print a lot more. You see me? But him knows that there's an outside force we must basically fight against. If them know some are going to lose, they are going to fight nonetheless. And that force is Yahweh, why Yahweh shine. One?
And this is Psalms 10 verse 2. Wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Hey, let me add something to you mentioned the secret council. Zane, that's what them there, the secret council are put together or I discuss. How them are going to execute them devices, how them are going to bring forth them all of them plan here. So, when name Andrew Wellness, see him get shown, whatever them show him, but whatever them promise him, whatever them expose him to. But for some reason, whatever them show him believe him fully down.
Finish up this. Let's start back from 2. It say, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart desire.
I mean, and also, even in a allegorical sense or a dark saying, we all know who is the poor. And we know who is the wicked. Esau is the wicked, and the poor is Jacob. Right?
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Right.
West Indian, Asian, Jamaican, whatever name they call it. You are the real Israelite.
Go back to even the proverbs. Go back to even the parable with the rich man and the beggar, Lazarus.
Yeah.
Right, Jacob represent the beggar. We in the lowest state right now. It's people say we will be the tail. Right, and enemy is the chief enemy. Right, we are fight for in our womb. Basically the Esau Edom, the wicked the scripture refer to.
Scripture says them say servants upon horses.
Can.
Alright, one. So then I say, start off on 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord adoreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. Most High is not in all his thoughts.
Because hey, you know always come with even propaganda saying there is no God. You know, him have a worse, him have him priests, him have him as brothers mentioned, secret council, you know, them do them various ceremonies and then witchcraft and all them things then.
Yeah.
You know? Him and worse, him wise, as the scripture say what? Wisdom prophet Enoch. The scripture say he's wiser than Daniel.
When I point the scripture just say him covet after the Most High beloved is him not have the Most High in him thoughts, but yet still him grudge. Lord shows
Yeah, because him selling birthright. And that's why you Esau.
Can I say so?
Even though we did half of a bite, you sell it, you know? Because hey, if I'm walk on the road every day now, and enough time depend on them say, yo, brother, you don't want to sell. I said, no. You see me? Or if when I buy my stock, them I sell them, people tell me no. But if I go some buy it, I say go, so I sell with I sell it. No, tell you there sell it, I will buy. I will half of a buy, I will sell. You see me?
And the scripture does say the Most High is not in all his thoughts, because where this white man try to do is become like the Most High. So he might try to remove all of the order of the Most High set in place and set up his own order.
Everything, that is why everything's so artificial now. Everything yeah, because when everything what Esau do, you know, is a replication or a replica of the actual thing, you know.
Right.
But him just have a different way to do it. But the thing about it is how him do it, it causes destruction. You know, because even with marriage and everything, they are still marriage and stuff, but him have theme views for marriage, him have theme views for parenting, him have theme views for everything, and them just make it look like it good because that's what? In the pleasure, in the moment, no. But the consequences will come with the pleasure today, now go really add up. While with the most I think it's more strict, rigid, but in the end, it is perfect.
Hey, if soccer white man know, I just say hypocrisy behind it again, because even if you have the idea what the man have planned for the future, you see me, as the brother there mentioned, where big nose might see, you see me, where he might see in the future, him could really believe that this is a real plan and this can actually work, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because the man them really have, I think what them call sustainable development, because currently this setup is not sustainable, you know what I mean? You cannot use GMO and all them artificial things here and continue life, because it's not life itself. Basically the man is anti-life, right? You know what I mean? So they know say sooner or later, now them part where them are stored all of the real seeds them, and are going to fake seeds to go and use for killing off now. Them are going to say, okay, we need to stop this, we need to stop this, we need to stop this, and bring back
like clean energy.
Yeah, isn't it? Alright, isn't it? Them know the wrong. Them know the wrong and them act gone. Them create the chaos and then they have a solution and I say, oh, you know a real thing.
But guess what? The solution never needed in the first place, you know. But guess what? You know what? To address it, the solution never needed because everything was perfect to begin with. But guess what? He have to create the chaos so him can go up on top and then him put it back how it's supposed to.
You know what that remind me of our Bill Gates, because in the whole computer thing, Bill Gates end up design Windows and everything, and then him go ahead and create virus, and then him go and create an antivirus and sell it to you. Isn't it?
Same model. This is second Thessalonians 2 and start verse 3. It says, no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. It might be revealed right now. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Exactly, oppose it and exalt himself above all that is called God. Everything what is laid down in the foundation of scriptures as laws, this man come over it and say him have something better. You understand? Him always in bringing him transhumanism, because he want to basically have a sense of spiritual power. You understand?
You must see that's the only thing, another thing. When he must have boom and put himself on top, now he might try to get what? He might tell it, he might tell it take. That's why he try come up with AI program and all them things there. Machine and all them things. Says the cyborg thing because guess what? He might try to expand him lifespan. But first, the main thing is what? To ensure that he's on top.
Total control.
That's the thing, you know.
The funny thing, the brother bring forth a good point because no need, sir, we don't believe him to actually show Andrew Wellness the full agenda.
No,
you know, him show him the good, so to speak, right? Him trick him because that's why I'm that much juicy. Not maybe just a wicked nigga.
Some of them, maybe believe it can go either way.
Yeah.
Some of them, them know, them not gonna do everything, but them know to a certain point. They know, say, look here, this is a foolishness.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, isn't it? If you watch this Andrew, isn't it? Don't trust Esau, as the scripture say, never trust your enemy. You might plan to screw you over, and if you go for him side, the most time himself will go fuck you over, and the white man.
Yeah, because
Wait, you ain't getting lick already.
But at the end of the day, really and truly, Andrew not have a choice. Because look what them do Michael Manley.
Yeah, I mean you have a choice.
He have a choice, so he have to come out and speak up blatantly. But at the end of the day, he don't know if he get fucked.
No, but this is
Then get fucked.
This is the thing. Before I'm going to politics, I always mention it.
Gone.
Before I'm going to politics, he make a talk one good while back.
Yeah, man, remember, and he knows.
Yeah, man. He
Yeah,
say
he vote
how-
for Porsche.
yeah, if him say, if the people of Jamaica can know what's really going on, it's because of panic. See? And they don't want a panic. They come out in the paper a good while back.
I remember when him, in that time frame to before him, when him there run, the first time before him lose to Porsche, him actually come out and say if he actually stabilize the Jamaican economy, a lot of basically, I say he have to make some austere measures put in place, like cut pension and anything there, and they vote him out.
But them couldn't win with
So
that.
he come back and say, yo, prosperity, yeah, man. Is it prosperity? You understand? Because him talk the truth, isn't it? Just like what they do Michael Manley. When Michael Manley actually push self-sufficiency in Jamaica, them vote him out, isn't it? And then vote in the other wicked ass nigga, I think it was Siaga. You see me? And now, boom, if election come back, then feel so lick and say, oh, well, you look like this man, they try something good for you now. Both few man say, bad man, I'm tired. You say, yo, it vain. You see me? So, lick Michael man come out and one more and say, yo, it vain. And really and surely, it's vain. Because scripture said, surely, a salvation, over from the hills is vain. You see me? But salvation is in your how about Shemi Shy. There's no fixing for Jamaica. There's no fixing for America. There's no fixing for this world in general, except through your house. You have to destroy, you see me? And then rebuild. But you can't basically.
If you fix, you don't offset all that prophecy then.
Impossible to fix when you look on this. Well,
No,
this
no,
one
no,
prophecy.
no, no, no.
and that Esau one destroy and build it back. How you want to do that?
No, what I say is this, bro. As in, if there was to actually be a solution on this side,
Oh, yeah.
it would have go against everything what the scripture says.
I make you more say a liar.
Yeah, so that look like we can depend on ourselves and free yourself.
Say where like he say impossible.
Impossible.
They say impossible.
Yeah.
You see me? Nothing about it.
You could have more some more, it not come back.
Trump can want to make America great again from now till next year.
This is Ezekiel 28 verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyros, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man.
And
not a God.
that goes for Esau now. You know, because him a govern things right now. Let's keep it tell us straight. The hurt is given to the hands of the wicked. So him right now even bigger than the king of Tyre. Like, that was just a little area upon the coastline. Now Esau get the whole world. So he said, oh, me a general. He feel big, he feel even bigger than Nebuchadnezzar.
Xerxes, people did actually feel that Xerxes was God.
Yeah.
Until Leonidas,
Bleed.
God king can bleed.
Blood him.
Yeah, so when him basically the story, when him brush him and the blood come out, it's like people saying about this man bleed.
And that's how people look up to the so-called white man attack. First thing first, then believe say God or Jesus, white, and the so-called white man is white. You see me saying? Subliminally, them look up to him. That's why they believe. That's why they believe the fuck what are you that name? What one name push vaccine right now? Bill Gates. The gates of hell. Everything him say them buy. Oh, it's a white man. He mean us good. He's a millionaire. He's a billionaire.
You know how people look on him say in the TED Talk thing that him do? When him say, yes, you know how people look on it?
Like you might try to save a problem, planet.
Yeah, brother. It's like the people that say, yo, hey, look, they predict someone fuck one disease a come. So he
I'm pretty kick, I'm a bring it.
come on, man.
Yo, you see one when you say, yo, him a depopulate the earth? Is him with you healthcare, vaccination and birth control?
Oh, the man
And
said
never
that
actually interpret it like,
You see how he put it in a way where you look at it, he might help people because he said depopulate the earth, you know. You see me, him say him a go make people sterile. That him say because the earth a get so populated with the whole carbon emission thing. You see me, him a try save the planet. So basically the way him a do make people sterile so them can have a certain amount of people. You see me, that's the way the vaccine would have do.
no, but if him say reduce,
no, he said,
no, man,
man,
It's still evident that that's
he actually said, he
You
actually
know,
said
him
reduce the population by
Yes.
15%.
He say, yo, they know, he say, yo,
No,
bring-
cut it, as in like, this amount, but a cut.
Cut to zero.
But how it makes the beginning. You see, because when you talk so
Eloquent,
intelligent,
high,
you see me?
big
Whereas
words.
This was that's obvious to me.
Not to win.
You know, said something earlier where you watch the movie, they mentioned 300. You watch the movie where they were named 1000 BC. And it have me a think about Egypt and also ancient Babylon.
You say 1,000 or 10,000?
10,000.
10,000 BC.
And what happened is, all of the kingdom were in the movie there. They were worshipped as gods.
Yep.
And the same thing Esau now.
Well, Egypt. You see, in Egypt, the pharaohs them basically established as gods.
That
And
is
we
why
now,
the same
we
thing
the
Esau
modern
now,
day
when I
Egypt
try to
now.
say and that Esau do now. That's why I'm seeing himself as a god, and that's why. But then just like how everything what them say, people that work towards it and make sure it happen. And the same thing Esau do today. So it's really and truly, he's a god. He's just not
So make you bring out that, bro.
He's just not.
It's a power on earth.
Yeah, he's a god.
God
He's
doesn't
not,
rule our judge.
he's not the Almighty God.
No, you're wrong, that's not.
Isaiah 14. It's the man.
We look like we're full grown now. Going to start doing
Yeah, but no, you finish that?
No.
I finished that.
I say one shot one too.
Oh, I
Tune
didn't
in now,
try.
that's all.
And it look like somewhere on the same.
Yeah, man. At the same thing, we're
Based on what the actor said.
Hold this, and just bring out this, and then we'll go back.
Yeah, free man.
Alright, so this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
Yeah, the most I go humble.
Is it just a man?
That's like the scripture.
Xerxes and them one there.
Yes, Xerxes flee. And in a 10,000 BC is a spear that the one they get in their belly. Everybody shock. Right? So, go for sure.
Alright, so thou shalt set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Especially now, big brother.
Con.
Daniel never have no witty intention, I push the work at the Most High.
Con.
You see me, but this man, his keeper say, yo, him give it a, he say, he did a
Diligent search. You can get the fear, so. But
Then
in a line now.
yeah, but when Unek, you can.
You see, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy treachery, traffic, hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
And all of that was done in the seed.
Fun.
All of that was done through deception. You read, I think, Isaiah 18 or 19. Man, Isaiah, Revelation. No, Revelation, it tells you, yo, by thy boredom and such, you get,
Scripture also telling us, Sirach 10 and think about 8. It said by riches got by seed and injuries, therefore the kingdom is translated as
exactly. So all of that for Esau. That's why the scripture says, the wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom.
knowledge.
So all of that where Esau get up, that church, it was done through wickedness, man. Go on.
Therefore, thus saith the Most High, thus saith the Lord Power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the terrible of the nation, and they shall draw their sword against thy beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. And one I point where you bring up, brother, you see me? Them get them riches by treachery, you see me? Medicine. You see me? Them create disease like cancer, AIDS, and all of them things there, and all of them something there. And then when they look, them have medication for treatment.
So my time, brother, never create a disease like AIDS. AIDS never exists.
Exactly.
And the medication will kill them.
Yeah, and even a cartoon, everybody there should run with in a Family Guy. The dog asks the man, say, yo, so if you have the cure for cancer, why you not just bring it out? Man say, we not make money off of this. Why am I cure something we can treat you over time and I collect more money off
like chemotherapy.
First of all,
Kill you. More expensive.
First of all, the pharmaceutical industry make only for money. And secondly, most of these so-called disease and conditions, even when me growing up, I don't consider myself young. When me growing up, cancer never prevalent. People ever, when you hear somebody fat, you know somebody fat wasn't a normal thing. Exactly. Let's walk around everywhere.
Obesity.
You see people fat. Not even belly. Not even talk about obesity.
Are you talking?
We're talking about belly up.
We never know belly for true.
And everybody did have belly and them thing there.
When a man have belly, you know him drink gold for beer.
Or something like that. It's them thing they never prevalent, certain disease and them thing they never prevalent like now. So them engineer the diseases them with them food and them environment to them create.
Hey, Aaron, what do you talk to my sister? I said to her, because she has studied medicine. So I said to her, say, she will study medicine to the point where she can treat people naturally. She said she cannot do that because it's against them regulation. Because when they must study a particular set of medicine, they have to recommend pharmaceutical medication. They can't, if they recommend things like fruits and diet, they have to study holistic medicine.
You know, so some of them doctors here, if they recommend certain amount of medicine, they got a problem for it.
And they're going to get a stipend or compensation.
Actually sign on paper saying you have to agree and recommend.
There's this brother Dewey. I study medicine. How long medicine take?
7 years.
7 years. Him say when him reach, I think I'm 30 him reach him quit. Because the things them when I go execute in a society, are the things that when I teach him, I say, yo, things not done with that.
I have one. It's Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
What the word doctor mean? Falsify. Yeah.
One medication.
What am I do to the death certificate of these so-called COVID patients? Pure falsification. When you look, my call a brother we work at the RGD. Anything happen?
The news. No, you know, bro. The news. Remember, you know, the brother, you know, his mother dead in February, and they send one letter to him, say, within September now, but more likely August. In August, say them find out, say, his mother have COVID-19, we dead from February, we want test in June, you see me? And say she for quarantine for 10 days. Fuckery.
So these are the things.
They dead long time. And she have COVID, but she for quarantine for 10 days. And 10 days it take to get rid of COVID.
Exactly.
And why take it sent in August when it takes to from June. Bullshit.
When we talk to the brother, the name of the brother, they did that when I talk to the brother. The code for COVID sent down from
overseas.
From overseas. And that code, that record, the medical cause of death get coded from the hospital. So by the time it reached to the registration process where you go put in, to actually put on the code, pan the death record. Then what they are basically what I say is one strain of COVID already did it. But they can't use the COVID. They can't use that code. They have to use the new code they send them from. So the record them get falsified from the hospital.
Yeah, because when I made it the whole even when we watch it with the confrontation.
Don't say the doctor them down with this whole shit.
You remember the confrontation with the brother with the big attack tough done? You see me? I must say, yo, the family said this man have pneumonia from a long time, you see me?
Yeah.
And from a long time, he feel like he might give up a ghost. That's why I'm actually come to Jamaica to start out business. And the little fee where him have with him family, and that actually speed it up and him die of a regular cause, you see me? But when a really regular cause, but it was not COVID. First thing first, then they do one test for him already, and he come back negative. And then afterwards, when him dead, then they might say it was a COVID. And then afterwards, they still don't want none of the quarantine. And it's fuckery.
And they never want him to.
And they want condom.
Condom.
Tough and it cold down the man, the most I brush if you don't repent.
Yeah, you know, so the man.
Come on, literally the cold down the man, you know? Can't find out something get approved, you know?
Stop him on speech. Yeah, you need to, one thing you need to understand.
And the man people fucking doctor and say it out in one mouth. If you're not a doctor, who is you?
And he must struggle
Yeah,
to explain him point.
Telling lie.
He must struggle, you know. Just with cow down, he must struggle. The cow down the man say, yo, COVID in death from what you mean? You know him for a long time.
And that you got for sure, even on the word, as you always bring out the word pharmacy, yo, go back to what? Pharmakia, which is what? Sorcery, witchcraft, right? So all of that.
The administering of drugs, man.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what?
Portions.
They portion them, and this one thing when they make do some research and look up the word spell and them thing, all of them something, you know, spell out portions and them thing, you know. Them wear off after that time, you know. That's why they have to keep or tell the lie, and that's why them keep up on the medication, and that's why every medication have a side effect. If you watch no movie rich and then something, tell us, look here, you have to take it out, but the downside to it is you can't go probably this, or you might turn it out a frog or some silly. If you don't do it right, then this will happen or that will. Because I see it with them medicine here.
Come like one of the trailer I watch. Basically, I show you with witchcraft, come with a price. See me? So anything where them do or implement it come with a price. If they go treat your pancreatic mastication or whatever, masses for your pancreas, that'll come with a price. You see, that fuck up your liver or something like that.
Now, see, this area that talk about say, take a medication and when they look.
Alright, so
Because
alright, so this is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. Okay, alright, so verse 14. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Exactly. So that's how the politicians do, yo. That's how Esau do, but even those who are in league with him, like our politicians and them people, that's how them do. Them hide themselves on the falsehood, yo. Because at NID, I will say whatever Esau promised them, he never deliver. We know that. Esau is a literal cutthroat. When they promise something, and the time to pay you, I don't know what you have to do. Don't do that.
Like the native say.
Let me just take a break now.
Yeah, let's drop our next verse.
Hey, just show you know, because with our Jamaica, right? You see me? Just show you say how them politicians are some bunch of idiots. You see me? Christopher Columbus come over here, so-called discover the new world. You see me? We in Jamaica, point out some Arak Indian. Alright, no, them say Thai, you know. Right? What you saw do with them? Kill them off. You see me? And you ever sign deal with this man?
It's changed.
Isaiah 28 and verse 18 now. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it.
Exactly. Because guess what? As we read in Revelation, okay, never done in Revelation 14, the judgment is there to come.
Yeah.
Isn't it? The judgment for all of this, which, as we say, the scripture show, eventually I will lead up to the RFID chip. Right? And everybody will get them judged. Hey, really and truly, I'm going to speak aside here, sir. And as they said, the
Life and death.
the line in the sun, you see me? And that's the thing then. The line in the sun, left or right, make up your mind. Because any idea, there's no such thing as voting. You see me?
he that is not with me is against me.
So if you say, look here, the kind of the understand what I say, them money over have a point, alright, you go on with them. Stay over this, son.
I have a lot of persons in our world right now with just one day here, isn't it? They don't have to choose between nothing. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that.
That's why they want benefit here or anything now. They want benefit, just like many brothers for it. Everybody want from both sides and want work. You see me? So guess what? When that side they eat, them come on that table there. And when that food are done, and then go over the next yard now, when the side they start eat, then they eat. So they want to eat from the two sides of the table.
It's a battle between good and evil. If you listen, most of the flag are there. If you notice how them always come out, being politically correct.
Yeah man, they must be careful when they talk.
Yeah, no matter what situation it is. Then if no matter what the situation, them always speak, you know what? You know, when you choose side over here, so you know, you don't, so they not choose side, and that is just an example for sure. You say, I know, them not only true flagging them do it. You can see through them actions and when they speak, where them stand already. Then in a real life, I saw them stay. You see me? Them politically correct. See?
Like a quick one. That's a quick one. As I touch on side. This is Joshua chapter 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whom land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh, Basham Yahushai.
Really, to the spirit, you see me? At this point in time, we know which side to pick, but guess what? Go up on the side and the side will not have to play for the side are two different things. Because the day I come to see if you really have to play for the side you claim to your pick. Right? Because the day I come, we're going to try every man works as according to the scripture. So the Lord will make sure to say, look, you alright, they say, are you with me? Alright, come see where you like. You know?
See if I let you know what you say. Yeah, precept around this one.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3 verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he had built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved. Hold on, jump to verse 11. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is the Yahushua Mashiach. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest.
Every man
No,
works
what?
shall be made manifest.
And the let's say every man's work shall be tried by
Fire.
fire. And what the fire? The fire is the persecution, the affliction. Because even now, your work will get tried. But the ultimate test is the whole time of Jacob trouble. You know what I mean? That's the ultimate, you know, the ultimate fire there. You know what I mean? We're going to reveal, you know, every man's work, what material they make for.
Yeah, that's a big bubble of basically get blown right now. See, everything that's like, they kind of work, you know. You see me? Everything, everything I get put in place. And I like say, yo, you not hear the stories them, you not see the moves them.
Yep.
It's just that the attack, they come here.
Yep.
The attack is a frontal attack.
That me just like say that to you know, because the attack there, you know. But it's not with something you can see with your eyes.
Like the food, the literal hour.
Yeah, the literal, yeah.
That we are talking about. We know say that it's a process and things have to get done. Because we know why it not happen yet. You see me? But
why it's not
you
yet?
it not make because the more side I say, yo, a time. You see me? Right. But everything I build up and I build up and I build up until the time for the bubble burst. And when the bubble burst, all hell break loose, so, you know what I mean? So at that time, in that time period, you have to prepare, you have to prepare and ready for the time that come. We know we can prepare fully for ourselves, you know what I mean?
For the spiritual.
The more, right, the more side decide who gonna make it or who not gonna make it, you know what I mean? But you understand, say, yo,
It without
we have
works
to
is
hit this point, yeah, you have to just basically build up the mind to walk come, so you have to gone.
Wait,
right.
if we finish, when you finish.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we brothers always say it, if I'm coming at you, me, I'm coming at you, brothers, push it, yo. If we're willing, I have the mindset to lose. Dead. You see what I mean? To lose everything at first. I have it just dead. You know what I mean? Because if you notice, we have mentioned, you know, if you notice, we have mentioned the what I mentioned earlier, the COVID situation, and how Esau basically a circle with. And how him a circle with, like, it's not from it's a physical thing, but it come in so subtle where it come to the point where your work.
I should call it the insidious effect.
Yeah, it come to the point where your work, you're not come back here if you not get the vaccine.
Vaccination, right. We know it dead near.
Yeah, you dead very near.
Just like
Brother,
the mask.
yeah, brother.
Just watch it, you know. Gradually the mask will get mandatory. That's the same way they're going to push the
Easy
vaccine.
mandatory.
Gradually the mass have gotten mandatory.
Gradually.
Esau is also known as a serpent. Very subtle.
And
And one of the things them with Esau is that when them tricks them on tools, it's gradualism. It make it happen so much to the point it's like, you know, it's like a trap. When the animal get lured into the trap and it lock, when in there like cage, like, you must say, hold on, wait. When we reach us, or the frog in the hot water lock. Or that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, a trap don't look like a trap. It's supposed to look like a trap.
I have different phases, you know, because you have to make it, first of all, when I set a trap, the environment have to look natural. You see me?
So that's why I think we really go back to a spiritual.
Yeah.
So you really go back to a spiritual. So the skipper say what? Him say in my night thine eye with what? I saw. That what? If you can remember the precept.
I remember it.
Just type in ISAF. I'm just typing, just like you want a revelation.
What effect they say that? Then we are moving again.
Insidious.
Insidious. I mean, have the word insidious, and Merriam-Webster says, having a gradual and cumulative effect. Subtle.
You know what is cumulative? One
gradual.
cocoa.
Yeah.
One cocoa. So it's a small, but over time when it build up, it's a different, it's a serious effect.
Step by step, they might do things.
Yeah.
By the time you
But
realize.
when you're going to cumulative, usually apply to things that is small.
Right.
Like it is so small that you not even notice it. It's like you collect $1 every day.
We have cumulative.
But guess what? You could do that over a period of 10 years. Who to tell how much money you have in a number?
Read that one there.
And them love to say accumulate this amount over this amount of time or this and that.
It doesn't mean just touch cumulative, please. The definition, cumulative is said increasing by successive additions.
By successive additions. Because even the NIDS phase one. Yeah.
Like what big news. Prime Minister Jamaica, like what we're right now. First thing he knock the disaster management law, and he start add things to the order. Things to the order. You see me until you ever find the frog in my road.
You may get used to the first and then complain about it. It's because it's how you know. I bring in everybody. We can't wear the mask. We can't wear the mask. You know, wear them because a little while. But alright, I just saw mask. Alright, everybody wear it.
Adjust.
And then they adjust, and then you just come with something else. No, we can't wear this. We can't wear this. Adjust.
You see all the mask gradually, the mask wearing thing. You see how one youth that did a rebel. The manager couldn't get them for your mask. See? You know when he put on his mask? When somebody, them say somebody at the end of his sketch it. You don't get your alcohol back. Yo, what you know? No check it out. You see me? So, it really, yo, Esau, yo. Yeah, man, read the precept right back. You see me? Because that's what the scripture says.
Revelation 3 and 18 said, hold on, yeah. Says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire.
Which is this knowledge.
Right.
Yeah.
That thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed.
Right.
And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve that thou may see.
Which is the truth.
And nakedness go back to sin, and when I agree to sin, all people that basically take that chip.
Yep.
Right, so we get enlightened. What is the mark of the beast? The effects of it. So we say, stay far as the apostle say, fear the microchip.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going near that part there, isn't it?
Yeah, and the metaphorically, when they say, anoint thine eyes with eye salve, right?
Right.
That thou may see, or that you may see. You know, it basically, it's a spiritual eye salve. It's a spiritual, it's a spiritual view of things. It's a spiritual understanding. It's amazing because the Apostle Gabar always use the example of the owl. You know what I mean? How the owl can see in the dark. You know what I mean? And that is the reason why because we don't want dark world, man. So gross darkness, dark magic. You see?
Tell like box.
Right, idiot box. So how we able to actually can see in this dark world, man? Because I have because we have the truth. See? So
the light.
Yep, the light, man.
Hey, funny thing about being blind, when the eyes when they can't see now, basically what it is your eyes receiving light. But when they're blind, you can't receive the light, so your eyes are darkened. That's why Yahweh Shai say let your eyes be single. When you look at the word single, we mean to be whole. Which I want basically if you have a disease, basically the opposite of being sick. Them say to be whole. So they say let your eye be whole. Right? So it's supposed to in good conscience you can get sick. Because if your eye no whole or if your eye no single, you can actually it means you're blind. Right? Or you're dim.
Unless your spiritual eyes.
Can't.
No finish?
Somebody you have something?
No man, you already the first one.
So this is 1 Thessalonians 5. I'm just going to jump straight to the point, verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Hey.
Look up the word day, night. Read back that again.
Which one? I start back at 5. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day.
Look up the word the day.
We are not of the night,
Look up night.
nor of darkness.
Look up darkness.
Therefore let us not sleep as others do.
And look up sleep. So you can't left which one is it? Which one is it? Darkness?
No, try to do a lesson on that this
Oh,
week.
you don't have to look up darkness. Look up day, night, and sleep.
But we don't know what darkness means.
Or if you can look up darkness too.
That's why we shouldn't call ourselves black.
They want to know what it means to you.
Oh, they want to know this.
I homework for them too.
Alright.
Yeah, them can look it up too.
Everybody get woman.
You see me? But I've been something I look up already, and it's very interesting. And you know, we want to bring up this one, the time soon come for we shuffle up. You see me? We want to bring up the judgment for those who are actually falling niners. Can I start back at the top and just go through?
Revelation 4 and 9.
Yeah.
Alright, go on.
Ready?
Yeah, man.
As Revelation 14 and verse 9. And it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
Now look up the you know what? Who know what is fire and brimstone? You know what fire and brimstone?
Brimstone?
Yeah, you know what is brimstone?
Or flame of the rock.
It's like
Flammable.
you know who know what is pitch?
Wood.
No.
Sulfur.
Pitch no come out of the wood.
Basically, there was some medieval movie that I saw when them light something you see
Oh,
there
the
some
tar
black.
thing. Yeah,
some black.
yeah.
That's the pitch.
Slime.
Because when they go back, a limestone they used to make it a sulfur.
A sulfur.
Yeah, right. But when in the New Testament, I think you will see it as sulfur. But in the Old Testament, I will see pitch. And I think when I reference them, go back to Isaiah, one chapter, one verse in Isaiah, and that's why they say fire and brimstone. It refer to the missile in an ancient time. When they used to have lit down the wall,
Catapult.
with the catapult. And that them used to do. Them used to coat the something with the pitch or with the brimstone, and then they light it with fire, and then it catapult. And that are the ancient time missile. The new fire and brimstone are going to be them thermonuclear missiles that are basically bomb the hell out of this place.
That's right.
So if you fall in line with with the image of the beast, which is the system, them and take the mark, which is the RFID chip, right? They're gonna be burned with thermonuclear fire.
Right.
If you can receive it, you know, because you have the people about, you know, so as we say, if you can receive it.
Or you are gonna receive it.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Exactly, because Yahweh I'll go make him big return up on that day.
And why it's in
So-
the presence, man? Because they're gonna in a chariots and look down, man.
So whosoever no believe, so somebody are gonna crack them skies.
Right. If you can receive it.
You can receive it.
Right.
You see me? Yeah, hey, there's a big craft coming, gonna crack them skies, enter into the earth atmosphere, and you won't be afraid. And you know, a lot of people you're gonna die of the fear of that alone.
Isaiah 107.
See? Yeah, them are alien, of course. The stranger to this place.
Damn right about that.
People have a leg of the ghost, man.
Hey, who do you say them are the Romans?
There you have it. Alright, so this is Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai without effect?
Next verse, huh?
God forbid. Yeah.
What?
Let every let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar.
And that's the ultimate thing. All of you people gonna be found liars. Just blatant, because guess what? Everybody have with them them opinion of what things the truth is.
And what it should be.
And what it should be.
It's gonna be proven.
See? Every man have them own little thing in them brain and nobody can tell them nothing else.
The most I said them come and approve everything. I approve the gods them, I approve the people them, I approve the doctrine them. Everything the most I come prove and I see what I'm standing there. One thing alone I'm standing. The scripture say at that day all knees shall bow
And every tongue.
and every tongue shall confess that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is Lord.
Hey, the most I can show you, man. The most in the scriptures, I think it's 2nd Ezra. He tell it, I think 9 or so. He say, oh, through death, he might make you know it.
You see him know it after death by pain?
Yeah, you're going to know it after. Before you're dead, you have to go through some severe pain. That's why I'm telling Proverbs 1. He said, before anguish come upon you. See? When you look up that word anguish, it means severe pain. One of the things that can cause severe pain is hunger. See? Make it chop you in your body while you're dying for hunger, man. And you just not dead. The scripture tells us, yo, in that day many shall seek death and shall not find it. So now you have all of the, the talk. Yo, about the God of the Bible and who
can do all that scarfing.
You can do all the scarfing.
But just make sure that your foundation strong.
Make sure that whatsoever you believe in, it can keep you. We know it now, keep you. But make sure, you make sure so that can keep you.
Where scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Right.
The key thing as access and strength of salvation in the last line, then I forget.
Hey, the most I got show off. The most I got show off. You know that judgment here, man.
Hey, when you go through Revelation, the scripture speaks about the veil them when basically pour upon the earth. And the scripture saying that them consists the wrath of the Most High.
Yep.
I mean, we go through destruction hard, brother. When me I go through there, I say, bomb,
yeah, man.
Bro.
Yeah, the most I write a movie. Yeah, you can build a series of just total action.
Never ending series.
Never ending. After just Revelation.
Okay, no, so the
He's
first
around for build movie after them. I don't know depict it as how it's supposed to be, but he's around for build movie.
read Revelation more while. But you see the first time I actually listen to Revelation, like with the audio Bible and listen to it, I say, John warned the church. And everything we ever describe as some scary thing. I say, wait.
So the great and terrible day.
Can you imagine a John Lago? If we get a dream, how will we wake up? When we wake up sometimes.
All cool stuff could have washed when you wake up.
You see me, of course, brother. Yo, I'm get a dream already, yo. I'm wake up after the bed, the spot of my lay down wet. You see what was that, man? And you can imagine the series of things that Jana go through and what Jana see. Some, yo, man.
Yeah, Ezra said, more is me.
I told him, him see it, And then I have to write it down, you know, so when I write it, anything we write, if you come to mind first, you know, brother.
The
So
man
I
was
really got
to
to
shake.
Bring it up.
Hey, skip a
And
tell
I
about
think
them.
John write enough things them still.
Probably in the Orient still.
Yeah.
Enough things could get hurt done.
The angel said, you think the angel said things?
Yeah, so them is right.
So now write down them one.
There is a surprise.
That's right, yo.
And he tell the Most I tell Moses that too as well.
Yes.
Hey, and even in this time or in now. Yeah, but you think that pastor never kick back and see someone I go on somewhere and a scarf and you know come out of the truth and attack bad boy the apostle them and I try break down some I try do some breakdown for them way some weird doctrine. Things that them learn from the apostle them try to twist it. Things that them try to bring out off of them own some because them get this, you know, this revelation. You think the apostle them don't know things that them just not have?
30 years of experience.
30 years of experience on the Most High, which know for sure. So the Most High deal with them money. So you think so them you think the Most High not show them money things with them money. Apostle said, you see me, there's certain things we're not going up because certain people are ready for it. You're just ready for it. You see me?
Look how some stumble over the so-called rape doctrine.
Exactly, man.
And funny enough,
What is that?
the same thing the Apostle Paul said to the people in the Corinthians, say, look here, I have to speak to you as babes. And they said, even now, you are not yet able to bear it. And I'm milking there, talk to them with it.
Peter and I say about Paul, man.
Yeah.
Most things they must say, just in layman term, I'm going to fly over people head.
He said rest with it. He said them wrestle with it.
As do also in the scriptures.
Yeah.
And that look, yeah.
Until this
Clean out
day.
again. That's it, until this.
See,
The scripture say.
So then twist it to the own destruction. Precept.
Revelation 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindred of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
It is the sight of him coming alone.
Read that again.
Yep.
Vengeance.
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eyes shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Alright.
So that's
Even so,
Yep.
a man, where a man means. So let it be.
So hey, that's the evidence. So yo, you might crack them skies.
Hey, when you go to the end in a Revelation, you tell you that.
That is a decree now.
Yeah, but
It's a seal.
even when you crack them skies, man, it might come when a great tribulation upon the earth, man.
I notice when you say all kindreds of the earth. All, every nation, everybody.
Hey, and hey, it's, oh, you can't skip and tell us, so yo, I think Isaiah 16, because when I come say, behold, he cometh with clouds. So that's another thing to mention, yo, the chariots. You know what I mean? What you people call UFO.
You know, so when you look up the word clouds, and you look up the Hebrew word, and even in the Greek, recently look up, you don't remember the exact word there. Basically, what the word means, basically a covering. So all
They say cover the earth.
and them, so all was a literal crowd. The words that we actually get, that's why we're looking at the Hebrew and the Greek and these words to get a better understanding of what the scripture has said. The people say, oh, where am I covering? And someone covering, obviously, you know, we're freaking
That in a
Cover the sky.
exactly, that's what clouds do, someone cover it.
And it cover the earth.
And when I say, he scripture telling Isaiah, so him say, as birds flying. You know what I mean? So I'm going to defend Jerusalem.
Then go up on one cloud.
No worry, man.
Scripture also said he make it, the cloud is
It's
chariot.
chariots, gone.
So as I mentioned, yeah, we do a video saying that mention it say the chariot of the Heavenly Father gonna black out, you know, the skies, man. He like Independence Day. Remember that?
Worse than Independence Day, bro.
That would be worse, but
He
you know,
just touched
you know
down.
that image.
one foot there in the Atlantic Ocean, 1 foot
Where
India.
part two in that
One
they say
foot in
no. He
Jamaica,
just touched down over the Pacific. We're over the Pacific.
Hey.
All over it.
Hey, you don't know what to move there. It's exciting. You know, people are afraid.
Hey, the scripture said no. Some more happy, some more sad, some more bound. Cause he like I was said so years.
Yo.
You see me?
Hey, we're going to rejoice. We see the destruction of the place, man. You see? Hey,
Just even thinking about it, brother.
yeah, just thinking about it. Hey, man, just picture just picture your share come back.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That alone, you know what I mean? It's
Cause we have go through hell then time, you know.
Yo, and just to see him come back.
The scripture in Revelation, some say, oh, you come for wipe with tears. So of course, we will go through hell. Think we start by
Imagine the
Right now,
enemy
what you
have
should
the
know.
upper hand over you.
That's the big
So
brother,
to
bro.
speak, you see me? I there, there's a weight to your big brother forward, you know, cause you know when the strength comes, and you that revive in the man.
then shall
You
they
see
know
me?
that a prophet was among them.
Yeah, man, that amazing. Just think, just even saying it. We need to picture it. I only that.
Alright, so this is Matthew 24, and I start at 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken.
And the stars, just for edification, say the stars will fall from the sky. You know, talk about the actual star when you see at night. You talk about the misses them.
One can't fall, brother.
Go on,
One star fall upon earth, you eat that. Much like stars.
yeah, go on.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming.
Well, that does correlate with Revelation.
Go on.
Right? Come like a same thing.
I want to be sure.
Which Revelation was that?
This is not Revelation, this is Matthew. And you know, so anytime I bring them out in a lesson, so like, I always bring the two of them together. I come like them walk side and side.
I see a message.
So I jump to 30 back.
What was that?
This is Matthew 24 verse 30.
Hey, look, when they made it, bro, majority of the prophets, them see one vision about them, they explain it for them one way. Just like brothers doing lessons, everyone have got the
Nobody now use the same
description.
words.
No, you see me?
Same message though.
See if I can. Yeah, should I come back in a church, come fuck up shit and save people?
Alright, so this is Matthew 24 verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
You see that? I just see them see.
Think about it. One big old something by a jet the common person believe in a UFO, you know, or alien, you know. And so one big old something just starts and you see dark cloud them a come over.
Where's Esau making?
And you know say alien a plan to fuck up here, don't? Or that Esau saying that.
But that's why they put out, alright, look how much things them start put out evil on them news media, them propaganda media, outlets, UFOs and them stuff.
Yeah,
Because
Pentagon release
agenda
info.
they behind it, you see.
Right now, them are predicted the next thing for 2020 alien invasion.
Moon and mine.
I don't know as well.
You mean?
Alright, so I'm gonna jump back into 30 again. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angel with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
So that correlates with the curses as well. It correlates with Deuteronomy 30. They say we will get scattered and we will get redeemed from the four winds of the earth. So we say for the Lord driven up. The Lord will get thee from thence.
And that, so like that. So yes,
Esau know that. That's why I'm prepare a war against the north side. That's why I have this space station and all of them somewhere I'm get ready. I prepare all them because he actually knows that I got.
Right? And Lord actually I put it on him to because 2nd Israel chapter 13 already get prophesied say he might do this and he might get a good ass kicking, he might want to run and the Lord said no, come fight, dirt, fight.
Just fight.
Fight for
So it
humanity.
has to fulfill. Yahweh already prophesied through his prophet Ezra.
and when you read the precept there earlier, you know, it show that these are the things that we have open.
These are the things we try to come up.
These are the things, yeah, exactly. So they separate you from the people.
Because funny enough, through the Spirit, we're going at the RFID chip, the box in our welcome, the missile, But guess what we end up at discuss now?
Salvation.
The salvation. Because guess what?
Yeah,
And this is the end, dog.
It's the end game.
This is what?
Hey, and it's just natural that, hey, the Most High Scripture say, "Oh, the good cannot come." Except the evil, because the evil is sown. And the good cannot come except that the sown be rooted up. See? So we have hope. When niggas behave some way, and God, you know, fret and ball and them are weird about in the street, we have hope. Why do you think we can rejoice when COVID, so-called COVID, fuck up the place? When them are do the lockdown. You know what I mean? Why do you think, hey, me dance, man? See, me watch news and see people want a ball. Oh, me not have food. Dance, yo. Then at the front of the TV and bust dance. You see what I mean? So, literally, man. So, imagine when this thing come down, like, really go belly up.
You want to see how the joy where most young shall come you no man now can take a brother. Big old donkey, when it's a donkey jawbone for laugh.
Yeah, we need a donkey jawbone for laugh. That. The mouth have to go big.
Yeah, you should have over this about
like, yeah.
22%, yeah?
This is Psalms 7 and verse 14. Psalm 7 and verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pay.
Hey, as a brother always say, first laugh, another laugh. And he's all laugh right now. And when him get the lick, them remember when him did good and glorious. So nobody not even remember him.
Yeah, that's sure why he's supposed to even take the chip, right? And on side of the devil. Like we're going to even speaking towards our leaders as well. Because Scripture say what do unjust and the wicked shall not go unpunished. The Most have a script for you as well. Whippings. Right, so yeah, we have a side with this one for your mate for. To already man him vaccine and him chip you on him new world order. Just hold out for a few minutes. Boom, you have a shy forward. Throw him in a slavery, and if you basically side with the Most High, you're going to get delivered. If you side with the devil, you're going to get whipped with the devil. But you'll get put to it and go back to the kingdom either way.
Take your side.
Alright, so this is Psalms 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bonds asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord, Salakia, Yahweh, shall have them in derision.
Hey, the scripture say, the Lord, as it does say, the Lord laugh. And Yahweh shall have them in derision. And look at the word derision, it means mockery. Most are going to mock them. One.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
What?
I will declare the decree. Yahweh had said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. No, I read the last part, I know you want it. Alright, Salakia.
Right.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
We are joint ears, just in case you never know. Right.
And the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
So as I asked a while ago, why side with Esau now when the mama get broken and all the other heathen? One.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be hungry and he perish.
Look at the word kiss the Son there, sir. You see the word we look up in the Revelation and say, oh, like a master kissing the dog licking his master's hand. And the same Hebrew, when you look up the Hebrew word there, it basically means the same thing. To provide homage, to kiss one's hand in loyalty, basically to submit. It says kiss the Son, just like I watch a movie and I say kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, and the same process. So you have to kiss the Son, or you have to kiss the beast. One or the other. The winner or the loser. What?
Says to kiss the sun.
I choose the king as them would say in ancient time. What?
Kiss the sun, lest he be hungry, and he perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
So he played on to the point. As I say, whenever some and them choose between two different kings, you know, when the two sides then get picked, you know, I got
War.
cut the two kings can win.
So be a duel. I think I duel. Duel. Yeah.
So war I forgot. And guess what? We know who win.
Because guess what? Hey, and Yahushua already get crowned king.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? By Yahweh. He said put everything on them.
Sit down at my right hand till I make all the enemies like footstool. And guess what in there? Right time.
Yeah, because at this time for him come, because he already get it. At this time for him come now and just claim it. Just take it.
I just see it manifest on the earth.
Yeah, because the scripture says, the scripture says, yo, the sin of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Or what do you think they might do that? Through Yahushua. You know what I mean? Yahweh sending his son Yahushua to physically take it, to rip it.
We're sending a vote in.
Remember, we call it referendum.
Or petition.
Or petition. We're signing a petition or referendum.
Or protest.
For who are going to be king. Yo, there's no negotiation.
Alright.
Zin, there's no we can treaty.
And it's not a democracy either.
It's not a
Yeah, we're not believing
street.
in something.
Exactly, street dictatorship. You know what I mean? The
Badness.
Yep. I come take it. And he said what? He said they shall take the kingdom and then we're gonna rule forever and ever. Yeah.
So, hey, with that, you know, hope you guys were edified and you few sisters that listen. Once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakapadash.
Honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the brothers in the highways pushing this word now sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps.
Shalom.